Globally, the world is filled with unrest and violence. Billions of people struggle each year to simply find something to eat, water to drink, and a place to lay their tired heads. In fact, there are 1.5 billion people that live in extreme poverty. These people are in dire need of the basic tools of life, plus healthcare, education, employment opportunities, and fairness of human rights.
There are impoverished pockets of the poor throughout the world. 1.5 billion people on the planet have been identified as poor people. These poor people don't need a dollar bill to buy lunch. They need some sustainable program to solve their problem. Wings of Hope tries to implement programs that will span several generations so that it becomes a permanent solution to their problem. Whether it's educational or healthcare or sustainable food, a political dialogue between them and a differing group, those are the programs that Wings of Hope believes, and we believe our donors and volunteers believe that are going to have a long-term impact and break the cycle of poverty.
Wings of Hope works globally to implement poverty reduction strategies. Our 151 bases in countries around the world are each customized for the regions being served. Donors and volunteers choose where their funds and efforts are directed, giving back a portion of their humanity to those who possess little.
Wings of Hope has a variety of programs depending upon the region that we serve, and they're customized based upon what the impoverished people need. Healthcare is a common denominator, obviously. Everybody wishes to have healthcare. If you're worried about survival, you're not going to worry about getting a job or getting an education. So you've got to take care of the healthcare needs. That's the very first thing. And then it goes on from there, from any other humanitarian program, from women-owned businesses to job opportunities to scholarships to education to peace negotiations between conflicting groups. We do all of those humanitarian functions depending upon the need for the region.
Data on global poverty is showing progress, but this progress is typically measured in how food is distributed. We cannot easily measure how the poor provide for themselves by their own actions.
Progress is difficult to measure. These are not difficult programs to implement, but they're long-term programs to implement. They take a fair amount of time. We measure things by how many people no longer need to be fed rather than how many people we have fed. And so you'll see major changes in things over a period of 10, 20, 30 years.
Poverty reduction strategies that we have are strategies where we go into a community or a country, work with the people, find out what their real need is, and then help them become part of the solution rather than us just fixing their quote-unquote problem. And we believe the reason that strategy is the one that works is history has proven that it's the one that works. And so consequently, other strategies of going in and telling people this is what you need, we found just doesn't work.
Combating world problems is not what most people think it is. Most people think it's a Band-Aid, feed people that are hungry, put a bandage on someone that's bleeding. That isn't going to solve a world problem. That's going to stop something very temporarily. You need to get involved in the region. You need to be there as a listener and a participant in a dialogue and slowly implement a program where the people can take care of their own problems by teaching them, providing the resources for them to deal with their problems. That's what Wings of Hope does. Donors and volunteers can help change the future of the world by remembering that they have to use their talents and their treasures to try to make the world a different place. Wings of Hope will provide a mechanism for doing that, whether it's volunteer to go do work or whether it's help finance the operation someplace in the world, including right here in the United States where we have work to do.
For the poor, the hungry, and the sick in the U.S. and around the world, there is hope. Wings of Hope works daily to empower the impoverished and deliver the tools of life, healthcare, education, sustainable food, employment, all the requirements of self-sufficiency. This is what will allow the poor to become peaceful participants in society.
Well, Wings of Hope started in 1962, and it started basically as an organization that helped rebuild an airplane and furnish an airplane to a flying nurse in Africa. And from that, it has grown into where we are today. We're still aviation oriented, but we're not focused entirely on aviation. What we're focused on is helping the poor and needy people of the world in a way that will change their way of life and make life better for them.
A non-political, non-sectarian, non-racial organization, Wings of Hope serves the poor without a hidden agenda. Wings of Hope has only one goal: to build a better future for the people of the impoverished regions it serves.
Wings of Hope since 1962 has served the poor because it's the right thing to do. We don't get motivated necessarily by a philosophy, whether it's political or whether it's religious. We're motivated by the simple fact that the success of our life is going to be measured by what we look back and see with regards to how we helped our fellow man.
Since 1962, Wings of Hope has served in the cause of hope, healing, and peace. Over 90 cents on every dollar goes towards program services, and we reach more than 1 million people each year, domestically with the medical relief and air transport program, and internationally in every corner of the globe.
Our vision statement is that we believe in a more peaceful world, and our mission is to implement humanitarian programs to achieve a more peaceful world. And for the future, Wings of Hope very much believes that if you don't help the sick and the suffering and the impoverished as you go through life, then they are surely going to confront you some point in the future. Wings of Hope fervently believes in implementing programs that are sustainable, that make a permanent change in the way the world is going to be in the future. And that's how we examine every project that we get involved with.
For almost 50 years, Wings of Hope has brought the heart of donors and volunteers to the suffering masses. We deliver your humanity to the most forlorn people on earth. Any donor or volunteer who values peace and human service should contact us at 800-448-9487. Our website is wingsofhope.org.